Welcome back to the TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from the Quartering. Fat Fest. Yeah, you guys heard me. Fat Fest. Women are inviting other obese women to join in and celebrate their fatness. The West is just going downhill. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Now I don't know if you're looking, as a fat myself, I'm always looking for new and interesting things to do. And especially spending time around other fats. That's a huge thing for me. And, I can't fly when flying is unavailable because obviously, planes are fat phobic. I want to get around other people who also understand what it's like to be a fat. And now in Philadelphia, you can attend what is called FatCon. Quote, some people are not in love with their body every day, but this is the body that they exist in, one of the organizers said. Now, as a fat, all right, there is nothing wrong with me as a human for being overweight. There's nothing wrong with somebody who's overweight inherently, other than they are unhealthy, okay? But it's not my place to somebody who's unhealthy to say you're unhealthy and you should feel bad about it. However, I stop short of the, look, I'm celebrating this. This is something to strive for. This is something to be marketed and normalized that I don't agree with.
100%.
Being overweight shortens your life. It costs other people money through increased insurance costs. It makes other people uncomfortable when they have to sit next to you in shared spaces. All sorts of things like that. Of course, I've bought my tickets for FatCon. Of course. 3 Philadelphia women who have taken the contemporary wave of authenticity a notch higher by organizing FatCon, a conference tailor-made for people with a higher than average body mass index, just say they're overweight. As per reports in the Philadelphia Inquirer, this is a first of its kind conference, aims to...
Can I go to this event if I identify as fat? I wonder if that's okay.
Communicate that a significant number of Philadelphians are comfortable with their body size and proud of it. Look, I don't think that being overweight is anything to be proud of. That's a delusion. That's a cope. Being overweight is...
I mean, coming from the, according to him, fat himself, like, I'm proud that he says these things.
Something you accept, you deal with. It's something when you're alone with your thoughts, you think, man, I wish I wasn't overweight. I live in the fattest state in the fattest country on earth. And I can promise you, not a single fat person here is proud of being fat. It's ridiculous. Philadelphia, with its reputation for indulgent food items like cheesesteaks, hoagies, roast pork sandwiches, scrapple. If you want to know what scrapple is, that's always an interesting ingredients for you to look up. And pizza already attracts attention for its contribution to the gastronomical landscape. It's reported that 68% of adults in Philadelphia are overweight or obese.
Mother of God. That's a lot of obese people in Philadelphia.
As are 41% of youth between ages 6 and 17. Now,
what? Dang. That's almost 50% of youth nowadays are obese in this state. I wonder what it's global. God dang.
When you're an adult and you're overweight, these are the choices that you've made. People are okay with it. I know I'm never going to have a 6-pack. I just don't want to, have a massive coronary at 42.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to, lose weight. I don't think anybody who's overweight is inherently a bad person because I think it's what you the things that you do, the things that you say that make you who you are. It's not your overweightness. But where I have a problem is when you look at the kids, 41% of those kids starting life overweight. 41%. I mean, these kids are going to have diabetes, all this stuff. And
Story about my brother. He got diabetes at 18 because my parents indulged him. He drank soda all the time. He got to eat whatever he wanted. And when we got him life insurance for when he 18, note to everyone, everybody should be getting life insurance. He failed. Oh, well, he actually had life insurance already. We wanted to update his policy to a better policy when he got 18. And when you're 18, they have to do a blood test. When you're under 18, they usually just approve you and just, guesstimate your weight and, think you're going to be healthy overall. I don't know if that's going to still be the case for from now on, but that's how it is. And when we did his blood tests, he came out that he was type 2 type 2 positive, and his A1C was ridiculous. And we didn't even know. And that actually kind of saved his life because we had no clue that he had diabetes.
And they're adults who are overweight can take responsibility for their choices. Why is Jeremy overweight? Sedentary lifestyle, poor eating, and alcohol. These are all things that Jeremy can control every day when he gets up. He can work out, he can eat healthy, and he can back off alcohol. When they're a kid, when you're 7, 8, 9 years old, in my opinion, if you're cramming all this kind of food down your kids' throats, making them obese, that's abuse.
It is.
It's like when people have dogs that are super fat. I'm like, the dog doesn't choose what it eats. I mean, cats are a little different. Sometimes you have fat cats no matter what you do. I have Colt, who is a massive gargantuan boy, but my cats already eat diet food and they get less than the minimum and all this kind of stuff. But like when somebody has a dog that has to get put down early because it's, 100 pounds overweight, that's the owner's fault. You're the one giving them pizza off the table. The dog eats what you say the dog eats. FatCon is Philadelphia's first convention celebrating obesity. See, this is where I have a problem. Obesity is not to be celebrated.
It is not.
Donnell Yeagman, I don't care who these people are pioneering a movement supposedly celebrates body diversity with Philly FatCon, a unique convention scheduled for October at Temple University. The convention is meant to go beyond buzzwords like body positivity and body neutrality to promote an atmosphere where individuals can celebrate their bodies without apology. There is nothing to celebrate about being overweight.
There isn't.
It doesn't make you a bad person. If you give your dog a little bit of table scraps here and there, that doesn't make you a bad person either. It's the things that you do. Now, if you feed your dog, McDonald's cheeseburgers every day, and just because the dog likes it, of course they like it. Who doesn't? If you are a little bit overweight or whatever, look, I agree that, Hollywood and things like that do set unreasonable standards for young women and men. Filters on, Snapchat and TikTok. It sets unreasonable standards for kids, which lead to eating disorders and all this kind of things. That's all fine to combat. But when you go so far past and you say, this is something to celebrate, no, it is not. The organizers aspire to make FatCon a judgment-free zone, fostering community spirit among individuals who often feel overlooked. Let me tell you something. If you're 400 pounds, you are literally never, ever, 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 ever overlooked. Everyone sees you. Everyone
This
sees
is correct.
you. Everyone knows who you are. It is undeniable. The event aims to provide an alternative perspective to navigate a world fraught with so-called fat phobia. I don't know what kind of, again, when you use a phobia, you're talking about an unnatural, an illogical fear. What?
I don't think people are scared of fat people. People might think fat people are, displeasurable to be around, but I don't think anybody's scared or, deathly scared of fat people.
Illogical or unnatural fears of fat people exist? I don't know one. Is there a secret contingent of people that believe people who are overweight are secretly demonic reptile people who eat other humans? Most people look at somebody who's obese and is like, I hope I'm not sitting next to them. And again, I say this as somebody who purposely, when I buy tickets on a plane or whatever, I make sure I get a seat that is a window seat and a single seat, so no one has to sit next to me. So I don't, my fat roll doesn't go over the armrest. They might trip and fall on me. That's actually not irrational, so it doesn't make it a phobia. With panel discussions on fashion, coping with fat phobia, with panel discussions of fat phobia and social media influencing, topped off with a keynote address by the fat bedroom therapist.
Jesus.
The conference seems to be more inclined towards self-expression and acceptance rather than focusing on health, exercise, and weight loss. There is a fat-friendly fitness class, though. The convention will conclude with a plus swap plus shop event, providing attendees with the opportunity to acquire.
So it's to make money. That's exactly what it sounds like right now after hearing that. So fat people are hard to find clothes. So you're going to have a special clothing store made for this event so you can sell a lot of clothes. I think this is what this whole ploy is.
Plus size clothing items. The idea for the 3-part convention was born after the second annual Plus Swap, Philadelphia's largest plus-size clothing swap, founded by
so
Yeager
it is
in
has to do with making money.
Realizing the need for a larger, inclusive event. I mean, you could get plus-size clothes anywhere. I mean, I get my shirts from DXL. Plus, there's the internet.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, Philly FatCon. I just don't understand. Look, there's no reason to be like mean to these people, but I think you are causing genuine harm. Genuine harm when you're out there saying, oh yeah, this is good. This is celebrate. We should be celebrating, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that that's good. I think that that is a negative thing. That is.
You notice it's mostly for women. It's really tailored towards women. It's not really tailored towards men. I see all the comments right now. The pictures are all women also.
It's bad for youth. It is a bad message to be sending. There is a message of, hey, just because somebody's overweight doesn't make them a bad person.
Yeah.
That I support 100%. But just like everything nowadays, we have to go to the other extreme. Like I support teaching people that like, you shouldn't be, name calling. Kids shouldn't be name calling. All this stuff is fine. But when you have a convention that's saying, oh, this is good. It's good, actually. We should celebrate it, actually. That does far more damage than any good. It's a huge cope fest.
Pretty much.
That's what it is. You can get up and go and travel across the country to go to a fat fest convention. Then you can get on the treadmill. That's all I'm saying.
Whoever's traveling to Philadelphia on these days or the few days before, maybe you shouldn't travel. You might have to sit next to a quite overweight person that's going to take up some of your seat space for sure. Whew. That was too much chow for me to handle, and I eat a lot. So, Fat Fest. It's women. Women are usually the ones that are propagating this body positivity, this body acceptance movements. And this is really ending people's lives in a sense, because so many people are now obese and are accepting it, are not trying to lose some weight, trying to, be more healthy. Our healthcare system is going to get destroyed soon once all these people gets these heart attacks, this diabetes, all of this. It is a recipe for disaster. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. It's Chow Time.